Hello, my name is Jose Arriola Vega. The topic that I will be presenting is prenatal development, or is my prenatal development and how I was diagnosed with autism and how that affected my developmental stage. The day of my birth was forced because my mother's doctor had to go on vacation, so he wasn't able to make the delivery. So his plan was to deliver all the babies before their due date, which caused many difficulties for my developmental stage. This caused issues as I was diagnosed with autism after at a very young age after my birth, which caused different constraints. And one of those constraints was the ability to walk on my feet, as I would walk on the tips of my toes. This caused me to fall on my face many times, and one of the occasions that I fell on my face, I broke the bottom row of my teeth, and because I didn't have much balance when I would run on my toes. My doctor then had to prescribe me with leg braces called AFO brace, so I could gain motor skills on my leg movement, and have better posture. This connects to Newell's model as one of the main constraints in his model that connects to my development of walking on my feet with AFO braces, which was the task constraints focusing on general constraints on my ability to control leg movement using the braces, which in the long run was very positive in my prenatal development, as it improved my motor skills in my legs. At times, though, the leg braces did cause issues as it held back my ability to run, as my leg movement wasn't as articulate as before, which became a rate limiter for me, as I couldn't run as well as before because I was trying to get used to the leg braces and I wasn't really focusing on the task of running. The process of using these braces was difficult, but I could see how the AFO brace helped with the flexor movement on my feet to prevent me from walking on the tips of my toes. These constraints came early in my prenatal development, as there was congenital defects after my birth, as the delivery was difficult and harmful, as they had to force my mom's water to break, which caused me to choke on the umbilical cord while my mother was pushing, which later on added to my development of autism. This development led to difficulty in my motor learning skills, as it took me more time to understand how to walk on my feet, as the AFO brace was a new tool that I had to get accustomed to. With AFO brace, there was a lot of inertia on my legs, and I had to deal with, as I wasn't able to move my foot as much, since it had to be stable to get to planting the palm first when I initiated my leg movements. I began to learn this motor skill with the AFO brace, as it forced me to get used to planting the palm of my feet first, so I can unlearn walking on the tips of my toes first, because the first walking method that I learned was walking on the tip of my toes, and it caused many issues to my balance, and once I learned how to plant my palm first, it enhanced my foot strength. To sum up my presentation, this connects to my prenatal development, as a diagnosis of autism affected my walking motor skills at a young age, as it caused me to use leg braces and overcome the task constraints of using leg braces to improve posture and leg movement in walking. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and I hope you learned a little bit more on how autism can affect the child's motor learning and motor development, and how there are different tools to help them enhance their abilities so their rate limiters do not affect their performance.